Wow! You are so slim and fit. Every one of us wants to hear this compliment from our colleagues, friends, and family members. Although it's a difficult task but not impossible. We can achieve this upstream task by leaving a sedentary lifestyle and eating a healthy diet and doing regular exercise along with other lifestyle changes. Along with other positive health impacts, these changes help in reducing our belly fat. Belly fat forms when your liver contains too much fat, which then starts to spill over and wrap itself around your organs. A number of different factors, such as a sedentary lifestyle, hormones imbalance, and the foods you eat may increase your abdominal fat. This can include consuming too much sugar and not enough fiber and protein. While maintaining a moderate body weight and body fat percentage is important for good health, the type of belly fat you store can influence your health differently. There are two main types of belly fat. 1. Visceral. 2. Subcutaneous. Visceral refers to fat surrounding the liver and other abdominal organs. Having high levels of visceral fat is associated with an increased risk for chronic diseases such as metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and certain types of cancer. On the other hand, subcutaneous is the layer of fat that sits directly under the skin. This type is less harmful to health and serves as a layer of protection for your organs as well as insulation to regulate body temperature. Visceral fat can cause health problems because it obstructs the function of your organs like your heart, pancreas, intestines, and your gallbladder. The more belly fat you have, the higher the risk of developing high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, circulation problems and swelling throughout your body. Visceral fat is also biologically active, which releases cytokines that cause inflammation. This damages the cells in your body, making it harder to lose weight in the future. This condition is known as insulin resistance. Belly fat is usually caused by a high-carb diet, eating too many foods that contain sugar, starch, or fructose. It can also be triggered by inflammatory foods that damage the liver, causing a spillover of fat. And high levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, also produces more visceral and subcutaneous fat around the belly. In today's video, you'll learn about the worst 7 foods that cause visceral belly fat, so that you can start cutting them out of your diet. However, first I'll explain how stress causes belly fat, and the steps you can take to fix it. Just a quick reminder, this video is for educational purposes only, so do speak to your doctor if you have any medical concerns. How stress causes belly fat. Before going to the foods that you should be avoiding if you want to prevent belly fat, it's important to understand how stress can trigger the accumulation of belly fat. When you are anxious, stressed or fearful, your stress-managing glands release a hormone called cortisol, which is the stress hormone. This quickly turns proteins in your body into sugar so that you can have a burst of energy to fight or flight response in an emergency situation. Historically, this could have been a fear response to escaping a predator like a wolf, lion, or tiger. However, the body isn't designed to experience long-term mental stress that we create for ourselves, for example from relationships, life situations, financial concerns, etc. Over time, if you stay stressed and you keep producing cortisol, your body continues to raise the sugar in your blood. This triggers another hormone called insulin, which goes in to remove the excess sugar and turns it into body fat, which tends to accumulate around the stomach. So, if you're eating well and you are still not losing weight, you'll need to find ways to turn off cortisol and reduce the stressful situations in your life. I recommend walking in nature for at least 50 minutes each day with fresh air and sunshine. This helps to calm down your nervous system and turn off this fight or flight response that's making you gain weight. Studies also show that listening to slow and calm music, that has around 60 beats per minute, BPM, has a relaxing effect on the body, helping to ease stress and lower cortisol. You can also use guided meditations, which are freely available online. Finally, getting at least 8 hours of sleep is undoubtedly the best way to manage stress, as your hormones tend to rebalance and reset during REM sleep. Sleeping more also helps to raise glucagon, the hormone that helps you burn more fat. Without further delay, let's go to the foods list. Number 1. Grains, flour. Starchy foods like bread, cereals, biscuits, pasta, crackers, pastries, and donuts are all loaded with refined carbohydrates. As they are high on the glycemic index, they quickly turn into sugar, glucose, in your blood. Any extra sugar is then converted into fat and stored in your fat cells and as visceral fat beneath your belly. Even whole grains have this effect. Whole grains also contain phytic acid, which can block your body's ability to absorb minerals like zinc, magnesium and calcium. It is recommended to follow a low-carb plan such as keto, as this helps to lower the blood sugars and burn through your fat stores for energy. Number 2. Trans fats. Some of the most damaging foods that cause a buildup of belly fat are hydrogenated oils like soybean oil, corn, canola, cottonseed, sunflower oils, and margarine. These are often used to cook fast foods, takeout meals, and they are in all of the packaged foods found in supermarkets. Just check the labels. Despite being called vegetable oils, they are actually made from highly processed grains, involving solvents and chemicals that are toxic to your liver cells. They are also rich in omega-6 fatty acids, which raises inflammation throughout your body, causing a buildup of fat in your liver, which spills over into your belly. Start cooking your own healthy meals at home using cold-pressed healthy oils like avocado oil, extra virgin olive oil and grass-fed dairy butter. Number 3. Alcoholic drinks. If you drink alcoholic drinks on a regular basis, you are far more likely to develop both visceral and subcutaneous fat. Alcohol puts a very heavy burden on your liver. As it's a solvent, the liver has to break it down into small particles in order to detoxify it. Over time, this strain damages the hepatocytes, which are liver cells, which cause inflammation and lowers your body's ability to metabolize fat and sugar properly. This causes fatty liver disease, and fat starts to build up inside the organ until there is no longer any space, so it starts to spill over to the spaces between your organs, pushing your belly outward. Alcohol also has to be burnt off before the liver can burn other fuels. Number 4. Soy protein. Soy protein isolates are some of the worst food additives that you could possibly put into your body. These are highly processed, inexpensive plant proteins that come from GMO soybeans grown with heavy amounts of glyphosate, a dangerous herbicide that is toxic for your liver. Soy protein isolates are used to make protein bars, diet shakes, ready meals, fake vegetarian meat patties, and even some baby milk formulas. Soy is one of the leading causes of hormonal imbalance in both women and men, causing inflammation in the liver and weight gain around the viscera. Avoid these entirely, and stick with whole foods proteins like meat, eggs, fish, shellfish or water lentils. Number 5. Soda drinks, both regular and diet. The soda drinks are sweetened with both glucose and fructose, which turns into fat around your stomach. But even the diet drinks cause you to accumulate fat indirectly, as they contain artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose. These synthetic sweeteners can cross the blood-brain barrier, blocking certain neurotransmitters that tell you when you are full. This makes you feel extremely hungry and more likely to snack or purchase more junk foods. In fact, the artificial sweeteners have been shown to kill friendly microbes that live in your gut. This causes liver damage, weight gain, depression and anxiety. Cut out the soda drinks and switch to healthy alternatives. I recommend taking some carbonated water and adding a few mashed berries and a little stevia to make a healthy soda drink without the sugar or the chemicals. Number 6. Fructose. Fructose is a type of sugar found in fruit. It's 50% of table sugar and it's also a part of agave nectar and HFCS, high fructose corn syrup. The problem is that your cells do not use fructose as energy, like they would regular glucose. The fructose is directly broken down in your liver. As 80% of packaged foods contain HFCS, this overwhelms your liver and causes a buildup of visceral fat, liver damage and insulin resistance. It actually has the same damaging effect on your liver as alcohol, as it's metabolized the same way. If you start checking labels, you'll find it in soda drinks, fruit juices, jams, syrups, sweets, and all kinds of junk foods. HFCS is also made from GMO corn, which is sprayed with chemical herbicides, so it also has harmful chemicals that further damage your liver, which leads to belly fat. You want to avoid these foods and switch to snacks that contain healthy sweeteners and alternatives like erythritol, stevia and monk fruit. If you're finding this information helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe and turn all notifications for my latest health and nutrition tips. Number 7. Low fiber diet. Fiber is incredibly important for optimal health and weight management. Some types of fiber can help you feel full, stabilize hunger hormones, and manage hunger. An observational study reported that soluble fiber intake was associated with reduced abdominal fat. For each 10-gram increase in soluble fiber, there was a 3.7% decrease in belly fat accumulation. Diets high in refined carbs and low in fiber appear to have the opposite effect on appetite and weight gain, including increases in belly fat. High fibers foods include beans, lentils, whole grains, oats, vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds. So if you're drinking alcohol, eating fructose, sugar, and grains, it reaches a point where it can no longer process the fuel and starts leaking fluid that makes your belly even bigger. This condition is called ascites. If you do have a protruding belly, you'll definitely want to clean up your diet, as this massively raises the risk of diabetes, heart attacks, and liver cancer later in life. Visit our channel for the top belly fat burning foods next week. Thank you so much for watching my video today, and as always I wish you great health, wealth, and happiness. See you in next video.